Hi everybody! Welcome to today's video lecture, the second part of Persuasive Messages. So in today's video lecture, we'll be talking about sales letters and motivating your reader to action. Okay, so we are going to look here at persuasive suggestions and sales letters. So, how do you craft a winning sales letter? Well, sales messages use persuasion, of course, to promote specific products and services. You might recall the conversation that we had together about things that grocery stores do, which promote the sales of more products and persuade you to buy more, right? So, in many ways, well, we use these techniques in our letters as well. So every letter we create is a form of a sales letter. We sell our ideas, our organizations, and ourselves, right? A cover letter is selling yourself. Learning the techniques of sales writing will help you be more successful in any communication that requires persuasion and promotion. So promoting things, right? Furthermore, you will recognize sales strategies, thus enabling you to become more perceptive as a more perceptive consumer about ideas, products, and services that are out there. So your primary goal when you're writing a sales message is to get someone to devote a few minutes of their attention to it. You may be promoting a product, a service, an idea, or even yourself. In each case, the most effective messages will follow a writing plan, which looks like this. The opening, of course, is gaining their attention. So offer something valuable, promise a benefit to the reader, ask a question, provide a quotation, a fact, a product feature, testimonial, startling statement, or a personalized action setting. In the body, you want to build interest. Describe central selling points and make rational and emotional appeals to the reader. Reduce resistance. Use testimonials, money-back guarantees, free samples, performance tests, or even other techniques. And in your closing, you need to motivate action. Offer a gift. Promise an incentive. Now, you might limit the offer, but that's okay. Say something like, we're only offering this from Sunday to Tuesday, or something like that. Set a deadline or guarantee their satisfaction with the product. So in gaining attention, one of the most important things. So one of the most crucial elements of a sales letter is the opening paragraph, because if we're not interested, we don't keep reading. So this opener should be short, like 1 to 5 lines, honest, right? Don't promise something that you can't bring, and relevant and stimulating. So market professionals have found that eye-catching topographical arrangements, or provocative messages, such as the following, can really hook your reader. So for example, we might in an offer see free trip to Hawaii, just the beginning. Promise of a benefit might look like, now you can raise your sales income by 50% or even more with the proven techniques found in this book, so please buy it. Can start with a question. Do you yearn for an honest, fulfilling relationship? A quote or a proverb. Necessity is the mother of invention. Start with a fact. The Greenland Eskimos ate more fat than anyone else in the world, and yet they had virtually no heart disease. Cool. Product feature. Volvo's Snazzy new convertible ensures your safety with a roll bar that pops out when the car tips at 40 degrees to the side. How cool is that? That's great. Or a testimonial. The journal surprises, amuses, investigates, and most of all educates. From the New Republic commenting on the Wall Street Journal. Could have a startling statement like, let the poor and hungry feed themselves. For just $100 they can. That might get your attention. And personalized action settings. So something like it's 4:30 p.m. You've got to make a decision. You need everybody's opinion no matter where they are. Before you pick up your phone to call one at a time, pick up this card. AT&T Teleconference Services. Da, da, da. So you can call them all at the same time. Other openings calculated to capture attention might include a solution to a problem, an anecdote, a personalized statement using the receiver's name, or a relevant current event. So then you need to build interest in your letter. So in doing this, in this part of your sales message, you should be describing the product or the service clearly in simple language, which emphasizes the central selling points that you identified during your pre-writing analysis. And those selling points can be developed using rational or emotional appeals. Rational appeals are associated with reason and intellect. They translate selling points into references to making or saving money, increasing efficiency, or making the best uses of a resource. In general, rational appeals are appropriate when a product is expensive, when it will last a long time, or it's important to your health, your security, or financial success. So it's like an investment, right? For example, you can buy the things you need and the things you want, pay household bills, pay off higher cost loans and credit cards as soon as you are approved for this line of credit card. So emotional appeals relate to status, ego, and sensual feelings. Appealing to the emotions is sometimes effective when a product is inexpensive, short-lived, or non-essential. So many clever sales messages combine emotional and rational strategies for the dual appeal. For example, leave the urban bustle behind and escape to sun-soaked Bermuda to recharge your batteries with an injection of sun and surf. All you need is your bathing suit, a little suntan lotion, and your credit line card. So the thing they're actually promoting or selling is the last two words of this actual pitch. So they got your attention with going to Bermuda. They talked about recharging your batteries. That's an emotional appeal because people feel tired and stressed, and that's often why they travel, right? And then they tell you what they're really doing with the credit card. Okay, here's some more examples. New credit line cardholders are immediately eligible for a $100 travel certificate and additional discounts at fun-filled resorts. Save up to 40% while lying on the beach in picturesque, sun-soaked Bermuda, the year-round resort island. Sounds pretty good. We're saving while going to the beach. So a physical description of your product is not usually enough. No matter how well you know your product, no one is persuaded by cold hard facts alone. People buy because of the product benefits, what it will do for them. So your job is to translate those cold hard facts into warm fuzzy feelings and reader benefits. All right, now something that's really challenging about these messages is being able to reduce resistance. So how do we do this? So marketing professionals use a number of techniques to overcome resistance and build desire in their targets. So things like testimonials. I've learned so much in your language courses that I began to dream in French. Or names of satisfied users. Enclosed is a partial list of private pilots who enthusiastically subscribe to our service. Money back guarantee or a warranty. We offer the longest warranties in the business, all parts and services on site for 2 years. Maybe even a free trial or a sample, so we're confident that you'll like our new accounting program. We are so confident that you will like our new accounting program that we want you to try it for absolutely free. and performance test polls or awards. So our TP3000 was named the best web phone and eTown.com voted it cell phone of the year. So these 5 ways are all good ways to help reduce resistance in the reader. So, of course, you also need to anticipate objections and questions that your receiver might have. So when it's possible, translate these objections into selling points. So if you're worried about training your staff members on the new software, remember that our offer includes $1,000 of on-site one-on-one instruction. Be sure, of course, that your claims are accurate and do not stretch the truth. Again, don't promise something that you can't deliver because people will call you on it. When price is an obstacle, so selling bigger items, especially things that may not be necessary, consider these things. Delay mentioning the price until after you've created a desire for the program or the product. So draw them in and then break it to them. Show the price in smaller units, such as the price per magazine or the price per week. Demonstrate how the reader can save money by subscribing for a longer time, or compare your prices with those of your competitors. The next big thing is motivating action. How do you get your reader to actually go for it? So all the effort put into sales messages, all this effort can be wasted if the reader fails to act. To make it easy for readers to act, you can provide a reply card, a stamped or a pre-addressed envelope, a toll-free telephone number, an easy website, or a promise to have a follow-up call. Because readers often need an extra push because we forget, or if it's something we don't need or are super interested in, they're not thinking about it all the time. So consider including additional motivators. You can offer a gift. Something like you'll receive a free cell phone with the purchase of any new car. Or promise an incentive. With every new paid subscription, we'll plant a tree. Limit your offer. This works really well, I think. Only the first 100 customers receive free checks. Or the sale is only for 24 hours. It's a flash sale. Set a deadline. You must act before June 1st to get the low prices. And guarantee their satisfaction. We'll return your full payment if you are not entirely satisfied with no questions asked. The final paragraph of a sales letter carries your punchline. This is where you tell the readers that what you want done and give them reasons to do it. So most sales letters also include postscripts because they make irresistible reading. Even readers who might skim over or bypass different paragraphs are drawn to a big PS at the end. Therefore, use a postscript to reveal your strongest motivator, to add a special inducement for a quick response, or to re-emphasize a strong central selling point. Okay, now what about writing these messages online? Well, to make the best use of limited advertising money, many businesses are turning to e-marketing and campaigns that are online instead of the traditional direct mailing. Email marketing, for example, can attract new customers, keep existing ones, upsell, cross-sell, and cut costs. As consumers feel more comfortable and secure with online advertising, they will be receiving more email sales messages. So don't forget that we're getting tons of messages every day. And if you subscribe to things like clothing stores, for example, you might get an email from them every other day. So you need to catch your reader's attention, and remember to keep it short if you're sending email messages. Pictures are also always good. So if your organization requires an online sales message, try using the following techniques gleaned from the best performing email campaigns. So things like communicate only with those who have given permission by by sending messages only to the opt-in folks, you greatly increase your open rate. So those email messages that will be opened. Email users detest spam. However, receivers are surprisingly receptive to offers that are specifically for them. Remember that today's customer is a somebody. So if you address, or you have a system that can address the promotion to someone like, hey, hey, Jane, look what we have for you today. People like that. Craft a catchy subject line and offer discounts or premiums. So promise solutions to everyday work-related problems, highlight hot new industry topics, invite readers to scan a top 10 list, such as issues, trends, people, do a quiz, things like that. Keep the main information above the fold. Email messages should not be too heavy. Primary points should appear early in the message so that they capture your reader's attention. Make the message short, conversational, and focused, because on-screen text is taxing to read, so be brief about it. Focus on 1 or 2 central selling points, not the whole gamut of why this product's amazing. Convey urgency. Top performing email messages state an offer, deadline, or demonstrate why the state of the industry demands an action on the reader's part right away. Good messages will also tie the product to relevant current events. It's another thing to think about. So, Canada Day celebration during the 150th year, there were tons of promotions going on related to that. So people might be more willing to participate in purchasing clothing, buying food, going to Tim Hortons, because the promotion is around this current event, Canada's 150th birthday. You can also sprinkle testimonials throughout. Consumers' own words are the best sales copy. So people often say that they will buy something on Amazon, for example, if it got a good rating. So people like to see what other people have said because they've tested it out, right? They know what the product's really like. So these comments can serve as callouts or be integrated into the copy. So they can be part of the body, or they can be separate or throughout. If you have something that's an image like a magazine page, something like that, they might be on the edges, anything like that. So provide a means for opting out, right? At the bottom of our email messages, when you're subscribing, you always say to unsubscribe in this teeny weeny little text. It's polite and good business to include a statement that tells receivers how to be removed from the sender's mailing database, because sometimes things change and people don't want to be a part of the promotion anymore. All right, so that's everything for today related to persuasive messages. Thank you for joining me.